Hi guys, I apologize. This video has taken so long for me to record this week. I prioritized answering some of our commenters' questions, but this is a more detailed follow-up to my synopsis of episode 4, which was this last week's Dancing with the Stars results. So now that we have less competitors, we're narrowing down the field, it will be easier for me to consolidate these reviews into shorter videos. So if you want to see the link to that first kind of initial quick synopsis I did, I'll include that in the description. And let's get started. So Adrian and Britt were voted off. So I'm not even going to bother reviewing their dance. Okay, guys. The judges did place them 6th. But this just goes to show how important the callers in votes are in calculating the winners, because the when they calculated in the viewers marks, they placed last. And so in first place, we had Xochitl Gomez. From what I saw, she has a strong, flexible back. I would not have placed her in first, but they are definitely strong contenders, and she is talented. Okay, in second place, we have Ariana Maddox. So this is that reality TV gal. They were told to perform a contemporary style dance. So to be clear, this is not a ballroom dance. I have never seen contemporary dance competed at in any ballroom dance competition. So I felt so bad for her and her pro in having to show a style that they don't specialize in. And it's in all likelihood, a pro dancer hasn't even done that style. As a professional ballroom dancer, I can tell you all about those dances, but that doesn't mean I can go out and choreograph a clogging show. So anyway, my heart did go out to them, and I think a second place for going in with that tremendous hurdle in front of them is awesome. Okay, guys, tied for third. I love Jason Mraz, and they tied with Charity Lawson. So, Jason was given a foxtrot. Unfortunately, they only did one identifiable foxtrot figure in that whole routine. So lots of floor spins, drops, kind of fancy picture figures, but this is not real foxtrot dancing, okay? And so overall, I could only evaluate kind of the poise, the base, the arm lines, and those were all excellent. So doesn't necessarily mean they should not have placed third, but that was a little disappointing to not see real foxtrot like you would in a real competition. Okay, Charity. Okay, this is another couple that was given a horrible hurdle. The producers told them to perform a waltz, and they were given foxtrot music. Waltz can only be done to 3/4 time music. Most of the steps have, for example, 3 steps within the figure, 1 step per beat. They gave them 4/4 time music. I just felt so sorry for her pro. No way I could have done that. Shout out to Artem for making that magic happen. So again, travesty of justice as a real ballroom dancer watching a quote unquote ballroom dance competition. Would never happen in a real competition. Okay, 5th place, we have Lele Pons. So she was assigned a rumba. I personally would have placed them higher, and I loved that she did, in my opinion, the most recognizable syllabus figures. Like I could see, even if I hadn't heard music, oh yeah, that's a rumba. The other dances were all a bit dodgy. Okay, we have a tie in 6th place with Mira Sorvino and Harry Jowsey. So Mira, again, another a hurdle. They told them to perform a waltz, but they were actually given slow Viennese waltz music. Viennese waltz is a different dance. It is almost twice the speed of a slow waltz. So very difficult to do slow waltz figures too. They did well for having a nearly impossible task given to them. I would have placed them higher. I thought she has beautiful arms, did a great job. Harry, okay, in my opinion, he is the most overrated dancer this season. I have no idea how the man is not continually placing last. I love his attitude and his sweet facial expression. He's obviously trying hard and enjoying himself, and that definitely, hey, bonus points for that. The man couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. He's just not a talented dancer. He's not flexible. He's not naturally balanced. For his age, he's certainly not strong. He can't hear the beats. So anyway, and I was also disappointed. They performed a quickstep, and there was absolutely not a single syllabus figure in their routine. They did do a couple identifiable open figures like scatter chasses, and continuous open naturals. I think those are the only two figures I could recognize. So the choreography was disappointing, but that's not Harry's fault. That's more his pro. And, she's trying to do the best she can with his limited ability. So kudos to them for tying for 6th place. Okay, 8th place, we have Mauricio Umansky. They performed a paso doble. And in my opinion, they were given a significantly unfair advantage over the other couples because they had massive backup dancers, special effects, animated props. So in my opinion, I would have placed him second to last based on the dancing. And I think the show is giving him every opportunity to show his best that he can. Maybe they're giving him a little bit of a handicap like you would get in golf because he is a little older than the other dancers. And I think that's fair. Because it's very difficult to compare fairly a 20-year-old, with someone in their 60s. So interesting. Okay, and tied for last, we have Barry Williams and Allison Hannigan. So personality-wise, I love these two. Unfortunately, Barry and Peter were given a jazz to do. Okay, jazz, again, this is not even a dance you would do in real ballroom and Latin competitions. So I felt terrible for Peta having to choreograph to this. But when I watched them dance, it was apparent she has had training in this style. They did fabulously. So I definitely would not have had them tied in last. And props to her for putting together a routine and something that she doesn't specialize in. Okay, and then they tied with Allison in last place. They were assigned to do a tango, but they were given jazz music. So once again, a huge hurdle. I really wish they would just let the professional dancers pick the music or the style, and not the producers, because the producers just have no clue what they're doing, and it just makes the dancer's job very difficult to show well on the floor and highlight their students in the best possible light. So I can't even evaluate the dancing because there was no ballroom dancing in there. But props to Sasha for managing to choreograph anything to that music. And I didn't see any real syllabus figures, so I had nothing to evaluate this couple. Other than I like her attitude. And I'm glad they weren't voted off. So that is my somewhat detailed breakdown of each dancer's show and why they placed where they did. And I look forward to seeing them all next week. And I'll be back the morning after this week's upcoming show to give you the 411 on what happened. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining me.